Welcome to Screenhops podcast episode 7 or 8. I don't even know anymore. Thanks to Maleko messing it up.
It's episode 8.
Alright, we're on episode 8.
Time, thank you.
Whatever. We're on episode 8 now. And, so today we're going to do a couple announcement reactions or like news reactions, and then we're going to go straight into trailers. As some of you may know, or those who haven't, Paris Games Week just happened, or at least the Sony part of it, I believe, happened. So we will get into that. But first, the first thing we are going to talk about is how Assassin's Creed is being flooded with fake Metacritic reviews yet again.
You didn't see that?
Yeah, no. This is like a thing. So basically, on Metacritic. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Metacritic is a review site, a reputable review site. Not for me. I don't trust it, but it's fine. Well, and it's for gaming and movies and all that stuff. So basically, when Assassin's Creed came out, the new one, people noticed like there's all these reviews, but like they're not in proper English and they're all really good. It's really awkward. Like it clearly looks like some bot just was like going ham and just throwing in these reviews of generic things. And Metacritic itself had made comments saying like, oh, we're trying to crack down on it, but like it pretty much happens almost every game for a while now.
They said it didn't. They said it was only 2 or 3 cases in like the past year.
Shiesty.
It makes you wonder.
They say.
Well, is it them themselves, or is it just like some troll?
Clearly, someone was paid to like either have a bot do it or have a group of people.
But it was the user reviews.
Exactly.
So it was the user reviews, which does not affect the Metacritic score.
Well, yes, that is true.
But there is a user score.
When you go to Metacritic,
when
most people go to Metacritic, you look at 2 things. You look at the regular reviewer scores, and then you compare them to the user scores.
Yeah.
Both are equally as important on Metacritic.
Yeah, that's true.
And they know that. And so when you go on Metacritic to give your review for a game, you're going to be more influenced
by
to give it a better review, because you're going to be like, oh my god, look at all these people giving this a 93 or a 95.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the jerk to give it a 40.
Yeah. I would say more people. I think people will probably. I think people will care more about the users than the actual editors themselves.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I would pay more. I pay more attention to like the users themselves, like what people actually felt about the game, rather than like the companies and things like that. Because it's just like, you could have been paid, you know.
Kind of like the whole user thing Lego's suggesting right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's sad and very, very true, because they had to have hired either a group of people or bots to sit there and do that over and over.
Yeah, because I don't know, some fanatic wouldn't go out of their way.
No one likes Assassin's Creed that much. Especially after Unity.
Oh.
Like teeth coming out of their face and their eyeballs hanging out.
No. There was no face. That was the ground. It was just the teeth and the eyes.
I don't know. Weirdly enough, I heard that like if you go out in the desert in that game long enough, you start having like they've created like hallucinations or something. Like if you go in the desert, stay out there for a while. Supposedly.
No, those are glitches.
Probably.
No. The one with Jim Sterling with the boat
some people.
swirling up in the air.
Some people say it's glitches. Some people are like, oh well, they put it in the game to have that real time, like real life effect.
That's fanboys talking.
I don't know.
That's fanboys talking. It's clearly glitches. I saw the one with the crocodile.
Well, look, it's a pretty good glitch considering for the environment of it is like it's decent. Maybe that's where they were like setting everything up, playgrounding it, and it just never fixed it.
It's another case of them not play testing enough.
Yep, and they're like thinking people wouldn't just like. Yeah. What if I wandered? How far does this go? Where does the barrier?
Yeah, you get these fanatical fans that
who are just like
come up with any excuse on why it's there.
Yeah.
It would never be like that. It's illusions because you're in the desert. Like, it's just as bad as people being like, Shadow the Hedgehog's cool. No, Holmes.
The 3D games are good, I swear.
You can't make Sonic curse and give him guns and turn him black and make him walk. No, it's more to it than that.
That was...
That game's fucking terrible.
It is.
Tony's reaction, that was so funny.
Yeah.
He's just like, man, that was woof. Like,
It's like he vomited and then
like-
pushed out into his mouth. Oh.
Well, anyway, enough of that. We can now go on to Razer's announcement of their new gaming phone.
Hold on a second. With the new iPhone X priced at $1,000,
It's cheaper than that.
a $700
It's $700
phone.
for the Razer
Yeah, but
gaming
it's like
phone.
the size, it's huge.
It's basically a PSP. Like, that's
gaming
when you
phone.
really think about it, it's a PSP. Yeah, like, it's
How
really
more powerful?
weird. And I'm just like, okay.
What does it?
Listen,
I mean, there's
No,
games
hold
that
on.
do release, like, you know, Telltale's always releases their games on mobile and stuff like that, but it's usually trash
Listen,
because
you
it's like
guys
your
can-
phone can't handle it.
You guys can
So-
play that. I'm gonna stick with my N-Gage. Okay? I'm gonna play my fucking Taco N-Gage, and I'm gonna love that shit.
Well, look.
And I'll play Tomb Raider
No.
1 on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I felt it was like a little weird because when I was looking up like articles to talk about for the podcast, I was just like, we had just talked about, and Jim Sterling had just talked about like mobile gaming and the seediness of it, and then Razer comes out with a gaming phone. I mean, it seemed a little coincidental. I don't know. It just like it kind of gives
I
you
didn't
know
think about
a little
that,
thing.
though.
Yeah, like we had just talked about how
That's a good
like
point.
the growth of it and things are getting like really seedy, and now Razer comes out with a gaming phone of all
I
things.
feel like Razer is just desperate. Like, Razer's like, well, we haven't been taken seriously since the flip phone. Because, you know, everybody and their mom had that, like, silver...
Yeah, it was so
Razer
good. Mine was
flip phone.
pink.
Dude,
It was so
I mean,
nice.
they were an awesome
Well, you could hang up
phones.
on people. You just like
Yeah.
click, like really dramatically.
With force.
Yes.
I always love taking the Razer phone and then acting like Captain Kirk and, like,
Oh
flipping it
my
over.
Yeah.
Stardate 492-8.
Such a good time. Good time.
But yeah, like, they're just trying to be significant again in a market where it's really hard to. It's got an Android OS, if I'm
They're
not
an
mistaken.
outdated.
I mean,
Yeah.
all Razer.
I mean,
when you
I
think Razer,
applaud-
you see.
Hold on.
When you think Razer, you see,
applaud-
oh, this is a really
Razer
cool
has done-
keyboard, and this is a really cool like thing that lights up and glows. I'm not gonna spend that much money on it, but you know, it looks nice.
I applaud them for trying a different route to make something
Yeah.
significant. I applaud that. I just don't think it is going to work. I really don't think it's going to work in today's market because it's
I don't think
iPhone or
the games,
Galaxy.
the games that are on mobile aren't
Well,
significant
that's
enough.
trash.
Maybe that's what
Yeah.
they're. Maybe that's like a sign of a new age of like people bringing like AAA games to the phone or
Well,
something
why would
like
they-
that, or
my big
I don't
question,
know.
Why would they take it to the Razer? If people are so concerned about people playing good video games portably, they're going to put it on the Switch.
That's
Because the
true.
Switch is 100% portable, and it's on a brand
Which
that
is true.
they know everyone's going to buy, and it's still,
Yeah,
for the
which
most
is
part,
true.
sold out almost everywhere. They're not going to
'Cause
put it on
it's
the
good.
Razer phone.
It's good.
I think it's just a questionable market. I think Nintendo's pretty much the only ones who can do it because I mean,
They're Nintendo.
I mean,
there's
they're
PSV dead,
They,
PS Vita dead,
Yeah.
like things like that. Like I don't know, it's just something weird about it. Like I guess people just don't
Yeah.
like to go out and just be like, oh,
Well,
I'm playing my
Me
game on
personally,
my
I hate
phone or something
I
like that.
hate mobile games. I don't like playing mobile games. I was never big into handhelds. I have a Game Gear, and I had a Game Boy, and a DS.
Yeah,
That is
DS
it.
and 3DS,
Like,
and that was about it.
Like,
Those were
I-
just to play Pokemon, to be honest.
if I could play the same game on my TV, I'd rather play it on my TV.
Yeah.
I'm not into the handheld thing. I don't know how about you guys.
Well, I owned a PSP, and it was just kind of like, hey, you know? Yeah, plus,
Yeah.
My father owned the PSP, and
I don't know why. It was how he posed it. Like,
My
oh, you know,
father owned a
my
PSP.
granddad was in Vietnam, and you know, my granddad was
I
in.
mean-
PSP. My word.
it was okay. Like,
Bitches, please.
it introduced me to a lot of like the games that are like nowadays that are on, you know, the 3DS, like Monster Hunter, Shin Megami, you know, stuff like that. But
Which do you think you would play more? Monster Hunter World on a DS or Monster Hunter World on a PlayStation 4?
is that even out of the question? Like,
Or no, it's in the question. That's why I'm giving it to you. Like which would you play more?
obviously the PS4.
Okay then. So like.
I don't know why. Why is that?
Because we like.
Because, well, okay, so the problem with... I'm going to cut you off.
Why do you think that is?
I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you
I'm going to let you finish.
Takes the mic.
So, the differences between a console and a handheld is that the console just processes everything faster, and it can hold like a better resolution of when it comes down to the game. With the 3DS and other handhelds, their resolution, it's only like so much, so...
It's more than just resolution, it's just overall performance, is what
Shut
you're
up.
saying.
Yeah, pretty much. It's overall performance. Like, it can only...
Pretty much shut up there.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
No comment.
Thanks for cutting me off, Max.
It's good.
Only I can cut people off.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't think it's gonna sell well. I don't know.
No,
I think
mean,
it should
besides,
sell
like,
better
press
than the
release.
iPhone X, but that's...
No, that's like, you
wishful
gotta take
thinking.
out like a
It will
life
sell
loan to get that
because
phone.
The iPhone X will sell because it's a status symbol.
Yeah, pretty much.
It
I
is
know
a
somebody who's
status.
getting it, and everyone's just clowns them all the time. They're like, you gotta put like a down payment on that phone, you know? Like, come
When will
on.
it stop? When will people be like, enough is enough?
I don't know. I think it personally looks a little too Android for me, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna act like Apple's not
Stupid
totally
Apple peasants.
becoming a Android phone. It's fine. Max. Max.
Yeah, this is the SE. It's old as hell, so yeah, it's not that expensive. Moving on. Yeah, next topic. Next topic.
So now we're gonna go on to the trailer reactions. Most of these from the Paris Game Week. Not The Last Jedi, and I think one other one. But anyway. So the first one is a VR game, which I think is really interesting.
Star Child?
Yes. Star Child.
Well,
I think
it
nothing
looks
out of that trailer. It was just
interesting.
Like,
Well, I heard news prior to that, prior to the game. So I was just like, I just think it's a little interesting how they're posing it not like a normal VR game.
yeah.
Like, the trailer in of itself was just like, if you watch it, you're like, oh, this is going to be like another console game or something. And they're like, oh, it's VR. And you're like, how?
Yeah, like that's
So I
the
think
big
it'll be
thing.
interesting.
Like watching the trailer, it's like I got the aesthetic out of it,
Yeah, the
but
aesthetic.
I
didn't
don't
get
know
the
how-
gameplay.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know how
this
it's gonna play.
What it's gonna be.
I don't have any kind of drive to sit there and go, oh my god, I gotta know what happens. I want to buy
Yeah.
this so I know what happens. I have to get a PSVR. Like
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
something very
Mhm.
powerful.
Well, I mean, that's only like one teaser out of like however many trailers it's going to get in the upcoming future. So it's too early to really say.
The thing is, it's something that I hadn't seen before, and I've
Yeah.
never heard about it. So
Yeah.
for me to just see that, it's just kind of like, wow, that is
I think
pretty bad
the
advertising
prior,
right there.
was it a trailer? I think it was a trailer. There was like a discussion on it from Sony or something like that I had seen. And it was kind of, they show way more. They show like more characters and more, they give you more of a sense of like, it's like going to be like a weird kind of mech thing kind of game. Again, I don't fully get where the VR comes in because of the style of the game, but
I guess
we'll
you'll have to
see.
wait.
This
I
particular
guess we'll
trailer
see.
just felt like bad marketing.
I think you're just bad marketing.
You know what, Tony?
I get what you're saying. It seems like it would be more like fan servicey, because it's like a more fan servicey kind of game. Like if they're announcing a sequel of it, like it was like a really acclaimed. It seemed like a more of a sequel-y kind of trailer. Like
I would say
people already
more
knew what it
fan
was.
servicey if she was like, scantily clad and that would
That's
be more.
separate.
Bro, I gotta get this game. I don't know who she
that
is,
is
but I
another
need
side
it.
note. The art style, like watching the Paris Games Week, like the art style, it seems to be like Sony's thing right now. That particular, it's so weird. Like I don't know. I was watching all the trailers. It's it's very cartoony and colorful and things like that, and a lot of the games, especially the VR games, are really emulating that. I don't know if that's like just because that's the style of VR games.
I want to see the game,
But,
and then
I don't know.
make a judgment call on it.
All right, so we'll move on to the next one then, and the next one is Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which I thought the trailer was extremely awkward. I don't know when I was watching
it was extremely iconic.
I don't know. It was
wasn't
really
very
stiff in the
well done.
beginning.
So yeah,
It was
the
really
very
stiff.
beginning, I understand it's really stiff.
I was just like, oh my god,
From
the
the-
movement was really.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, why is she moving
I mean,
so robotically and
that's-
stiff at ankles?
that's kind of like the developers like style, essentially.
Their style
It
is
has-
just bad, you know. But it's
Whoa!
I like
that
it.
looks incredible.
I really like it.
I would say like the animation,
An
not the
Android 21.
character's design
Whoa.
itself, but the animation was a little like really awkward. I don't know. It just
yeah,
threw
like,
me off
Tony's
at first.
excuse was, well, that's just their style. Like, no.
Yes.
Stiff animation is not a good style to me.
And I
It
thought
could be.
when
It can work.
and then when they started talking about like, oh, you'll build friendships and relationship with the characters, I was like, oh, you know, like Persona, you know.
I like that. Like, I like
Yeah.
the idea that they're putting RPG elements into it, but again, I think that diffuses what an RPG is. But we already touched base
Yeah.
on that in a different episode. But
Go check that out.
yeah, was that
You know.
1 or 2?
Jesus.
I wanna
say
say
it was
I think that was like
yeah.
three.
Yeah, I think it was
I
1.
think it was one.
Anyway, so like, I think it's cool that they've added so much content
Yeah.
Yeah.
into that game, and
Yeah, they're
I'm
like-
really stoked.
An
Like,
Android
Yeah, it's like the
21.
3 story arcs that you have to like piece together and stuff like that.
Yeah, the trailer really sold it on me because I thought it was just kind of going to be like Street Fighter 5, where it was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fight and that's it,
Mhm.
you know. And the fact that they're putting all that work into the story and doing all these RPG things and having relationships and all that good
Mhm.
Google
It's
movie
pretty
stuff,
cool.
it's pretty awesome.
It just reminded me so much of Persona. I was like, oh, what? Persona 5, so maybe I'll get into it. I don't know.
I know nothing
We'll see.
about this.
Android
Oh, you have to.
21.
You have
I
to.
know nothing about
I
Android
do suggest.
21.
I mean, if you go, I mean, Persona isn't, well, from what my brother's saying, it's not all pieced together. So, like, if you go into Persona 5 and, like, you've never played the other ones, you can. Like, it's not going to hold you back.
Oh,
They teach you everything. It's fun. I
Isn't
suggest
it
you
a
try it.
PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
PS4.
Oh, wow. Well, look, you play
I
it here.
think-
Stream it. Who
isn't it
knows?
on
Leave a
Steam?
comment down below if you want Max to stream
No.
it or something.
Don't leave a comment.
I don't think it's on.
Don't leave a comment down below.
Don't do it.
It's so good, though.
Do it.
The thing is that, like,
Do
I
it.
don't have the time for that, let's be honest.
Yes, you do. Make the time.
Listen, all you gotta do is break your leg like I did.
Here, we can
Moving
even help
on.
you. We can
Anyway.
throw you out the balcony. We can help you.
Yeah,
Yes.
since there's no
Outside
screen
the
door
screen
anymore.
door.
Yeah, since there's no screen door
Maybe
anymore.
we could get that covered by insurance.
Yeah. Yep.
Not gonna happen.
Anyway,
Moving on.
so the next trailer was the Spider-Man trailer for the game that was coming out.
It looks so
Personally,
good.
I thought the game itself and the gameplay like looks good, but then they started talking, and I was just like, oh god. I was like, oh, the lip syncing is so bad, but I'm not gonna press that hard.
I think I'm the only one in the entire world that thinks this, but I hate Spider-Man's costume. I hate the white.
The new
in it.
one.
I hate you.
I hate you and your face and your red beard. But I hate his costume. I think if they took the white parts and made it black, I would probably like it. But it's too bright.
I like
Isn't
it.
the one that
It's got
Iron
that, like,
Man gave him?
patriotic,
It's like
like-
darker.
No, the Iron Spider.
I'm pretty
one
sure
is all red
in the
and gold.
movie anyway.
No,
was like-
it's-
it was like a
has nothing
darker-
to do with any of the movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the
Like-
movie, I like the costume that Iron Man gave because it was like a darker, like
Yeah.
it looked nicer.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
looked-
I liked it
Yeah,
better
but
than
But that just I don't like the costume, and then the
Mm-hmm.
faces.
Jesus.
It looks like they use.
It's
It
really
looks like
awkward.
they use the same technology from LA Noire, a little bit. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
can
Now that you
perfect
say it, it does like have a
like,
similar art style, kind of.
something weird about it. It's just not working out for me. And then also
Didn't have the
voice
budget
actor-
to do the face capture. Clearly.
The
That's
voice
effective,
actor for
right?
Spider-Man bothers me because I'm a heavy like Disney Infinity player,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the main narrator in all 3 of the Disney
Mm-hmm.
Infinity games. So like every time I hear him talk, I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta put a statue on the thing, like
Mm-hmm.
to make my Disney Infinity.
I think it's
character
really
come
cool
alive.
that they have Miles Morales in this.
It is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
A person that should be Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but Marvel's too afraid to.
Well, I mean, that's probably what they're like trying to move into
Well,
for like
they tried to
maybe
do a
if they
black
make another game.
Iron Man. Didn't really go over well for a lot of
Or
people.
War Machine. Yeah,
No, the girl,
Oh,
Ray Ray
oh,
Ray
um,
Williams.
Yeah.
What are we talking
Ray
about?
Williams.
Iron Man. No,
Williams.
you didn't. No,
She's now known as
he
Ironheart.
he retired or something or whatever.
No, he's dead.
Or yeah,
He's
whatever.
dead.
And then Ray Williams, who was
Riri.
like some
It's Riri.
Riri, whatever her
She
name
becomes
is.
Iron Man.
She becomes Iron Man, and people didn't really receive it that well.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
part of
get
it,
it, girl.
yeah, part of it was like her scripting was like really meh. Like it was
I thought she
really
was
much.
awesome, and those stories were awesome, and they're like a fresh take on Iron Man. But I'm deviating from that,
But yeah,
from Spider-Man.
but that's what we were saying. But the point is that I think
Yeah.
it's a little blowback from like
Yeah.
that. They're just kind of like I don't
Hesitant.
know. Yeah, they're like I don't know
Yeah.
how to feel.
The whole
They're gonna see how Black Panther goes, and you know.
Black
Black
we
Panther
can
looks
let
pretty
black
cool.
people have movies. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna invest a ton of money into it, and then we're gonna see if they can do it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's
Pretty
really
much.
what it is. Because like Marvel's too scared. It's like we've only invested in the lights.
Yeah.
Like,
Because they're like, it's just such the way the times are now. It's like
Yeah.
that movie can be easily construed into something
it's
horrible.
either gonna
Yeah.
be horribly bad or horribly amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We'll
that's
see.
basically how any movie is.
Well,
There's
I'm
no
just saying, like, if it's
real-
bad, you probably will not see a black main character superhero for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
for a while.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like,
They
nope.
better like
Because the last one
make
before
this
that,
movie
you gotta
wipe
think,
your ass.
You gotta think
Yeah.
the last one before that I can think of is Spawn.
Yeah.
Oh.
I liked
Yeah.
the Spawn.
I didn't
movies,
really.
I liked it.
But Spaz.
yeah.
Michael J. White.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scream and be angry about everything.
Yeah.
So I
I
guess
feel
we'll
like
see.
Black Panther's gonna do well.
It
So
will do well.
back to the video game.
Oh yeah, we did Sprout a little bit.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know, it's all related. It's fine.
I don't know. I didn't get the whole like. I didn't understand the villain at all.
The villain, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Negative.
I don't know.
He's
Yeah.
from the comic books. He's kind of lame. And
Yeah.
Super lame.
Yeah, it was like this villain that I had never heard of before.
I guess I feel like
and
they're
wasn't,
doing
a
the same
prominent-
thing with like they do in the movie because
The
they're like,
one
oh,
thing-
the Vulture. A lot of people
The
didn't know
one
who
thing
he
that
was.
I really like that they're
See, I
doing
knew who
this
the
coming
Vulture
in.
was,
is
though.
like it's not just about Spider-Man. It's also about Peter Parker. I kind of like that. Like,
I don't know. In terms of
We'll see.
gameplay, it's probably gonna play.
If they're
like
gonna have
shit,
like,
let's be
well,
what's the good
maybe,
one? Where-
but
remember the side missions in the one in Spider-Man game where you had to like deliver the pizza?
oh
Yeah.
my
Yo,
god,
that was so much fun, bro.
That was,
That was so much
bad.
fun. No, it was so much
That
fun.
was so bad.
No, it was
Trying
fun.
not to
It
ruin the
was
pizza
terrible.
while you're trying to hurry and get
great.
there. It was so good.
And then
So
Tobey
quality.
Maguire's like terrible voice acting.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
Sorry, Mr.
Spider-Man
Needs.
2 is quality.
Oh, God.
It's quality.
The game was great.
That game
It was
fantastic.
awful.
It was so bad
It
that it
was
was good. It
such
was
a
just
bad
so
game.
bad it was
What?
good.
No
Like,
way.
it was-
Spider-Man 2 is the greatest Spider-Man game. You find
And that's
me
saying a
better one.
whole lot.
No,
I don't know
that
about
game
that.
is
Yeah, the other
incredible.
ones
Go
were
back and
trash,
play
but-
it. It's addictive and awesome.
I
It's
like
still
Ultimate
fun.
Spider-Man, the one where you
So
could be like
That one
Spider-Man
was-
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Oh,
close
yeah.
second,
That was
but
pretty cool.
the swing physics were nowhere near as good as Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, the
bro,
swing physics
so
was-
good. Such good
That's
times.
probably like the only decent thing about Spider-Man 2.
And that's what I like about the
That's
new
all.
one. Looks like the combat is really good, and it's gonna be really.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing,
As
the
long
only
as
thing
the
I'm
combat's
hesitant
like-
about
It
is
looks
that
like-
it's gonna be like the pow pow pow. You know, where it's like that weird stiff kind of like
You mean like Batman?
thing that they do with this. Yeah,
It's
like that
gonna
they
be-
did with the
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
That's
and
what
the,
it
and the
looks
other
like
one.
it's
Like,
going to
That's
play.
what it
It's
looks
gonna
like
play
it.
exactly like Batman
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum. And
Yeah.
that's playing it safe, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't
Hopefully
think
it
I
looks
will
good.
buy it day one. I think I'll probably wait till it's like
Yeah,
40
see
or
how
$20.
see how it goes. You know.
Just get it on Black Friday or something.
True.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But alright, so the next game is Far Cry.
Yeah.
The new one coming out.
I mean, the trailer looks nice.
I was just excited about the
Oh, no.
co-op, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Far Cry is kind of an okay game, but if you add co-op to it, it's gonna
It's
be
gonna
an
be
amazing
so fun.
game. I'm telling you so, right now.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah,
I'm
like
super
all
excited.
those stupid little things that you can do in the regular Far Cry.
Yeah, just by yourself.
Like, with co-op, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I haven't played a Far
Why
Cry
not?
since 1, and I can tell you, like, that's probably the best looking Far Cry game that I've seen. I mean,
It looks just like 3 and 4.
yeah, I
It
don't.
does.
The thing
I'm
is,
saying,
it's
like,
got
in
co-op,
terms
though.
of
See, I played
concept,
those backwards.
I
Oh.
like being like down south and the idea that you can kill religious zealots.
thought it was in
Middle. It's either down south or it's in like the middle of nowhere.
No,
like
it's not. It's
Midwest.
not down
It's
south.
pretty much down south.
No, it's not down south.
You want to fight?
Either way,
Hold on.
I'm just
Minnesota,
interested in
that's where it
seeing how
is.
they'll
That's
like
down
make it
south.
more realistic.
We'll just say rural America.
Yeah.
There you go. Rural.
Either way,
Rural
I'm just
America.
interested in seeing how they're gonna go about like making it like
Tony,
how are they gonna
understand you're a
tie in the
typical
realism
American,
because
but
it's
could
like
you understand a little bit of geography, please?
I do understand a little bit of geography.
so I want to say
Sip it down, man.
I'm interested in seeing how they'll make it real because it's like how is there like this weird martial law community out here and the government's just like it's fine, you know, like where's everybody at, you know? I'm interested in seeing how they'll tie that in just to give it that atmosphere, but you know, I mean, they said co-op, I'm in, you know?
Yeah, basically.
I'm in, you know?
If
That's about
I
it.
see another trailer and it's as impressive as that trailer,
Yeah,
I
it was
might buy
really
it
fun.
day one. If there's no loot boxes, I'll buy it.
wonder-
I like the music that was
You gonna be my
in the
co-op buddy
trailer.
on PC?
Yeah, dude, we'll be co-op.
All right.
We'll co-op.
The
it.
trailer so far for Far Cry
Co-op
5 has been
buds.
really good.
Yeah.
We'll get T-shirts. Co-op Bro 1,
Match
Co-op Bro 2.
There you
Yours
go.
can say Honda Civic, and then like mine will say Yankees
Why?
or Limp Bizkit.
All right, look. So we're gonna move on now
Yeah.
because don't know what's happening over there.
Limp.
So a game that I think is gonna, no offense to the fans of Stranger Things, I personally love it, but
Great show.
I think the VR game's gonna be trash.
Oh, definitely. Like they're just
personally-
milking.
graphics.
They're
look
milking
awful.
for money at this point.
VR game graphics aren't the best anyway.
No.
I've seen some
So far.
VR games with some pretty decent graphics, and that was not one.
It's just I don't know. I don't know what to expect from
I don't
it.
know.
Crying in the trailer.
I don't
so
care.
it's like,
I
The-
don't genuinely know.
The second season was okay. Not as good as
Have
the
you
first
finished it?
season.
I haven't finished it yet.
You should watch it.
I'm
It
gonna
came out
finish
on
it.
Friday.
I'm gonna finish it. Just
Get some
give
time.
me some
I thought the
time.
second was better than the first.
No.
Way
No.
better, dude.
No.
All I gotta say is Bob. Not going
Bob was
into
a
it, no spoilers.
fucking retard.
Shh, no spoilers, bro.
So,
Anyway.
since half of us haven't watched it, let's move
Anyway.
on.
Yeah, I just think it's trash. To be honest, they'll probably base it with the way I don't know. It said it's
I
coming
think
out
it's
soon,
Netflix testing the
so
waters.
probably.
That
Probably.
AMC's
It's
The
testing
Walking
a
Dead
lot.
game.
What?
That AMC's The Walking Dead game.
What about it?
That was
That's what
Yeah.
this reminds me of. Like
Probably.
just yeah.
As a
That's
VR
probably
game, I
like-
feel like it's probably like I don't know. I just see it being one of those ones where it just sticks you in that little. You know how like you're on Facebook and it's those little 360 videos.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
God.
That's what I thought when I seen it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was gonna be like that, and I was
That
just
is
like,
kinda what it looks like.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna have minimum 3-hour gameplay, maybe, and
Probably.
that's about it. Like,
Probably.
and
But
they're
if you
gonna
go-
charge it, and it's gonna be crazy. And
I
think
don't
it's
think
crazy.
they'll
60
charge
bucks.
for it. If they do, maybe like $5, but like
Nah, bro.
it's a VR
It's
game.
a and
$20
it's a high title. Like it's
Yeah.
a big title. So
It's gonna be like
definitely gonna be like
30
15, 30.
that's a little steep.
Exactly. And it's gonna be trash. But we can move on now to another game
Ghost of
that I thought was really cool.
Whatever.
Yeah, the Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima.
There
Sorry.
was
Sushimi.
another game
Tsushima.
where it was like, wow, this looks really cool. But where's the
I
gameplay?
really like the.
I think they
aesthetic
showed
of it.
a little bit of what it would look
There
like
was
at
a-
the very
there was a-
end where it
yeah.
cuts off and then there's
There's-
like 10 seconds where they show you like kind of the bit of the combat.
Yeah.
There's little bits and watch the trailer very closely. There's
There's
little
little
bits
bits.
and pieces all throughout the trailer that are in engine, and then
Mhm.
there are most of it is cutscene.
Yeah.
But
It's
again,
To be honest, when I seen it before they had announced the name, I was like, "Oh, a new Ninja got a game, cool!" Like, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, no, never mind." But I'm still kind of into it because I'm like, "Oh, well, it kind of reminds me of Ninja Gaiden a little bit."
Yeah.
So I'm
The
like,
other thing
"Oh,
is
cool."
it's Sucker Punch, so they've done kind of stealthy games before, Sly Cooper.
so it's
So
I remember that game.
yeah,
Way back when.
yeah.
Way
Thanks,
back
Tony.
when.
Thanks, Tony.
Many
I
moons
remember
ago.
that game.
I mean, I honestly don't know what to think about Sly Cooper. Like,
I mean, it was okay.
its advancement through the years. But
Was it great? No.
anyway,
the first game was
I
alright.
do think.
I think the trailer just needs more to it. It's one of those things that
Yeah.
you can't make a judgment call on right now.
But it's got such a nice aesthetic.
I think it's
to
very.
it.
It's one of those I'll be keeping my eye on, like
Yeah.
for when the gameplay comes out.
My inner weeaboo is like, oh my god, you play it! You know, but like, you know,
It
realistic
does.
me is like, no, I'm gonna wait.
And as the one guy who played in Marco Polo's Kubla Khan, like, bro, he's so good. I'm just like, yes. It looks good. I don't know. I'm just interesting. And leaning into that with the same
Hold on.
kind of
Vibe.
region.
Region.
I wouldn't say vibe, because this one's kind of dark. Like, is the Hong Kong Massacre game, the top-down?
Did we even watch the
Hold
trailer?
on. Hold on.
I don't remember.
The same.
I don't know.
Oh,
We're talking about-
Becca.
We're talking about
Hong Kong
Japan, and now, in the same region, we've got China. No.
In the same...
It's the
Unacceptable.
same region. It's
It's
in
unacceptable.
Asia. It is in Asia. It is the same goddamn region.
You can't talk about
That was a little
Japan
intense.
and then talk about China. No.
That was a little
Unacceptable.
intense. We're
What
gonna
do you
take
mean,
it
no?
down,
It's
guys.
in the
Take it.
same.
They're in the same
Sorry.
region, but it's fine.
No, you don't understand.
It's gonna be alright.
It's the same
gonna
continent,
be
but it's
Look,
okay.
look.
Let it go.
PlayStation's not a game company.
Leave in the comments down below whether you think it's the same region or not. And then, AKA,
comments,
just make fun of Max.
Yeah.
Dirty guy Jin.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Anyway.
This is one
What do
corner.
you mean moving on? We haven't even said
I had to
anything.
teach you how to use chopsticks.
Moving on. Moving on.
Oh, moving on.
Anyway, I think the Hong Kong Massacre game looks kind of interesting.
I forgot
It's dark.
what the.
It's
looks
top
like-
down.
Max Payne combined with Hotline Miami.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have said. That's what a lot of
That's
people
what I'm
have
hoping
said.
for.
Like,
This
that's the
would be
first thing
fantastic.
people say is like, oh yeah, like
Speaking
Hotline
of
Miami.
Max Payne,
I
How do you
watched
like
that
it?
trailer and I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it does leave a lot
It's kinda
open.
hard to
It's
follow.
so
Yeah.
much going
Because when I
on.
thought Massacre, I was like, okay, so you're one guy just killing a bunch of people, but then it's like, it seems like everybody's killing each other,
It's like a
so...
top-down Jet Li game on the PS.
Never played.
Oh man, what was it called? It was like Jet Li something. I really liked it, but it was just all bullet time the whole time. I loved it.
I think it'll be like a fun game, like people will get into just to play, like just to be like, all right, spend a couple hours on this, just to like, boredom play.
Put it away.
I'm looking it up.
Put it away.
Why?
I'm looking
Why?
up
No one needs you to
Okay.
put it away.
Sure.
We're in the middle of a
I'm not-
podcast.
Disrespecting
Apologize to
our
the
audience.
fans.
I'm sorry.
So rude. Only person with a
Next.
phone is
Hold
me.
on. Disrespect our live studio audience.
Crickets in the background, the shelving, maybe a giant roach in the back, Who knows?
I don't think this roach is right.
The Razor Scooter's our biggest fan. It's here at the show.
Brought to you by our Razor scooter.
We're not sponsored.
Not
Don't tell me
sponsored.
shut up.
Hashtag not sponsored. Anyway, so
cry
the next
now.
game on the list, switching up a little bit to more of the thriller kind of choice game, is Erica, which is a live action choice game, actually,
Wait,
which
what?
is it's live action,
Oh,
like
the one
the
with the- yeah,
last
okay.
night.
Phone.
Oh, what is it called? It's like the last night or the last
you play with your
delivery or
phone.
something like that.
With
Yeah,
your
like a
friends.
lot of people. Those are actually
One of
kind of
those,
starting to crop up. Like there's a couple of them. I would say after shout out to him, but after Markiplier did his little choice thing, which was really cool. If you haven't played, you should.
His choice thing.
He did this. It's been a while since YouTube had one of these. It's like in the annotations you create a script, and the annotations you get to choose a path, and it's a path of private videos, and
Okay.
it's like a whole little adventure through YouTube. It's been a while since one has been up there. So when he did it,
Playbook.
They had the Fallout choose your own adventure thing. It was just awful.
Yeah,
It was.
but a lot of those games, but a lot of these live action choices ones are starting to crop up, and it's kind of interesting to watch them be played or play them yourself. I don't know. I think it's a nice little new genre coming up because it's
I think it's cool.
it's cool.
It's kind of already a genre already, Telltale games.
I think it's cool for when you have
That's
a
what it
group
feels
of
like.
friends over
Looks like.
and you want to hang out and you want maybe they're not so much into video games
So
you
it's more
are.
like a movie,
And
yeah.
it's like, hey, just install this app on your phone
Yeah.
and let's freaking play and have a good time. That one game we played in
That's you.
That's you.
And
Yeah.
there's games like Drawful. There's a lot of games that are getting into like
I like it. I think it's
casual
cool.
gamers, or not even casual gamers.
$50 or $60 on a controller.
Yeah,
That
super cheap.
intimidates someone who's not used to playing video games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like it feels weird.
Yeah, what do it do?
And normally the
this
acting
a
is
puppet?
really good in those. Like sometimes the scripting could be a little meh, but like the acting is usually like really spot on in games like that. So I don't know. I think I'll keep an eye on it.
Gotta
It looks
be,
interesting.
or it's not gonna
Yeah,
sell.
because it's just like I don't know. I think it looks really interesting. I like that it's dark.
I'll give it a go.
I liked
Nice
the
sound
subtle, like the way the choices popped up was really subtle. That was really cool.
Yeah, instead of like having like menu and
Yeah.
like pop up.
Yeah.
I like that they kind of like fade in, fade back out, like kind of just like a
It was a nice touch.
yeah. I think it'll be an interesting game. So going into another choice game, kind of confusing because all the trailers kind of conflict with each other about what the game is. So that'd be Detroit Becoming Human.
Yeah, that's the one with the android.
Yeah, because it's
That is
like
so cool.
the first one is like he's a detective. Then the second one is like, oh, robot revolt, which threw a lot of people off. They're like, potential, but now it's just gonna be a generic robot. But then this one was more so like that emotion building kind of one, and it was just like, what is this game gonna be about? How is this gonna go?
Cool.
As a father with a daughter.
Yeah, it was
was
a
hard
really
for me to
good
watch.
trailer. It was a really good.
And I don't think I will buy it. Because
No,
it's
but
too hard
do
for me
you
to
know?
watch.
Do you know that's what's gonna be in the game, or are they just making these little scenarios? Who knows?
I mean,
I only
regardless,
saw
no one
the
knows.
one
child abuse
trailer,
is not
so-
cool with me. Like I just,
Yeah.
it's just a little too much for me.
I don't know. Maybe you get to choose like a character story.
It looks
and you
like
go
there's
through
a
that.
pathway. to
Yeah,
everything.
like I think maybe it's like, oh, choose a character. Maybe it'd be episodic in a way.
it's
I don't
set up
know.
like the other David Cage games where it's like Fahrenheit and what are the other ones he did?
Was it Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy? Or was
Yeah,
Indigo
Fahrenheit
Prophecy
was
like a different
Indigo.
thing?
Fahrenheit was Indigo Prophecy.
Oh, okay.
I bought the Canadian version like an idiot.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, so those are kind of choose your own adventure games. What was the one on the PS3 with the dad calling out? Was it like David or
Heavy Rain.
Yeah, Heavy Rain was. It's
Yeah.
gonna be just like that.
Oh, I remember that
Or
game.
what was the kid's name? It wasn't
know.
David. It was
The meme. Oh,
Yeah.
it
it's
makes
so funny.
me. John, James.
It was like a J
Starts with a
name, I
J.
It
think.
was two
It's
syllables.
a J.
Yeah.
I think it was like,
Jason.
Jason. Oh, it's so good. It's so
Dead
good.
off in the background, not even on screen. Just
So good.
That was such a good
So
video.
good.
that was
But yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know.
Such
See,
a
that it
good
leaves
glitch.
it so open, which I guess is like really good in their favor because it's like you don't know. So far they put out trailers for like anybody to like.
If you like those Which Way games,
Yeah.
then more power to you. I think it's awesome that they exist and that they can thrive in this kind of
It looks really cool.
market. But
Yeah.
I don't think I'd get it right away,
again,
but
it's not
Yeah,
something
because I'm still confused as to what it's really gonna be. So I'm like, I don't want to invest money in it till I know what I'm buying. But if you're feeling adventurous, go out and pre-order, buy it, whatever.
I've made that mistake too many times.
Yeah, the game
Yeah.
itself seems like it could go really horribly wrong.
You mean like
Like
with,
it could go
Fallout
really
4?
bad.
Well, it was Fallout 4. Just recently, Wolfenstein.
Oh, was that disappointing?
Hold on. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but there's a lot of stuff in it that I don't like, and I would
Okay.
not have paid full price for it.
It's fair enough.
Maybe we'll make a video about it.
I will definitely
Yeah.
make a video on that one.
Yeah.
because
I would love to see you rant about it.
Max
Yeah,
pad.
I got it.
The maxi pad.
Gotta go
Yeah.
ahead.
Maxi pad.
We're
It's
not
the
calling
maxi
it
pad.
maxi pad though, because
We will refer to it as the maxi pad.
You gotta like have a bunch of like pads just like hanging up in the
That's
background.
disgusting.
That's
Tony.
weird.
No.
No, thanks.
God, no.
Or you just have one maxi pad hanging in a frame
No.
on the wall in the background.
Let's
Yes.
move on.
Yeah.
No, the intro will literally be,
Stop.
hi,
Stop
my name
it.
is Max, and welcome to my pad.
And you stop.
No, he has to do it. We've already
Yeah.
discussed this. He has
No.
to do it
No.
like a Wes Anderson
Let's
film.
move on.
This
Hello,
is a
my
dem-
name is Max.
This is not a
This is
democracy.
my
Let's not
pad.
spoil it for our viewers.
It's
But
a
anyway,
dictatorship.
well, I don't know.
Alright,
We're
yeah,
throwing
you already
ideas
killed
out.
it.
We're throwing ideas
It's
out,
ruined.
Next.
Anyway, so next,
Oh.
I'm super excited for Last of Us 2. They released a little 4-minute, I think,
That trailer was
4-ish minute
so
trailer,
It was
which
brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and looking at the post talk that he did, he was like, "Oh well, it's gonna be about Ellie and everything, but like we kind of want to show you the universe as well." So. Yeah. Those of you thinking, is that Ellie? I was like, nah, because she got the tattoo on her arm now. So where is it at? So it can't be her. Can't be. I think personally,
that lady was huge.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, yo, Ellie grew. Like if that's her, and she got rid of her tattoo somehow. But
initially dragging the person, I was like,
she didn't seem so big, and then when they cut her down,
no.
like when
she looked huge, and I was sitting
I
there
don't
like.
know.
Well, why is that guy wearing his hair like that? And then they show her face.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they show her face, and I was like, oh, it's a woman. Wow.
I thought it was the one guy who just like
Plot twist: it's Ellie's mom, and then this is the prequel.
She was
to her.
swole.
Yeah, this is the prequel to her story or something. Because I don't know, she was talking about the abomination or something in her gut, and I was just like, what? But it was really good.
Yeah,
though.
they made it sound like she was pregnant.
That was a powerful trailer. It was hard to watch, especially when they were smashing that girl's arm.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I didn't expect it to happen, and then when it did, I was like, oh my god.
I think it was something like that. Like, that's a little much.
Yeah.
It's a little much. I mean, I know that they were trying to drive home what kind of game this was. But for someone walking into it blind,
they're gonna be like, "Oh, I don't know about this."
Yeah, because there could be
parents, especially, are gonna be like, "I don't know how I feel about that one."
Nowadays, parents just don't give a shit. They'll be like, whatever. But like,
here's my card.
But yeah, I don't know.
My uncle did.
I feel like that's a little much. Maybe we need to reel it back.
My cousin was
I don't know.
It was an incredible trailer.
I think me personally, I like the gore of it, but I can see where marketing wise, it could be like, oh, let's bring it back a little bit. Because because the graphics were so good. So when her arm is getting smashed, you see it like distorting in the sleeve. It was so good, but so bad at the same time.
It was horrific to watch.
I don't take pleasure in watching
I don't even see a movie that's that gory.
Well, watch NC-17 movies.
Yeah. Watch The Raid or The Raid 2. Good stuff.
But yeah, Tony.
I'm talking about like current movies.
When Mortal Kombat 9 came out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's when my uncle was just kind of like, you know what? I'll give a shit what you play. Yeah. My cousin showed him that. That's how he's been ever since.
All right.
Of
So.
course, he's like 20 now. So.
Yeah.
But anyway. When Mortal Kombat 9 came out, he was
thanks, Max.
Anyway.
You get the story. Thanks.
Anyway,
moving on to our last
Mortal Kombat 9.
Our last topic.
Mortal Kombat 9.
Before I hit you in the face.
I think I did it. Mission accomplished.
I want to see the punch.
Almost as bad as when I was pissed off at Max.
Oh my god! Please, we can leave that to the stream as like a story time thing. Please.
Moving on.
To the last trailer on the list. The Last Jedi. I just seen this earlier today, actually, so I added it really last minute.
That was really good.
When did this
it was like come? It literally came out today.
Oh,
no, like I literally saw it on Kotaku today. Like earlier this morning when I was looking it up. It was
on YouTube. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it.
Oh, I thought I posted it.
Yeah, it was up on Discord.
Yeah, it was on Discord.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Well, basically, they further make it seem like Rey's gonna turn evil.
Yeah.
Like the ending is basically her like Luke is on the ground, it's raining, he looks all decrepit and old, and what does he say? Oh, what does he say to her? Like it's not gonna be how you think it is or something like that. And then she's like, she pulls out the lightsaber and then she has it up like she's gonna like slash him with her or something like that. Again, that could just be them cutting it in some way, but it looked really sick, and I really hope they go with this Rey turns dark scenario, because that'd be really cool.
We'll
and then the rest of it was kind of just like flying and
you get Snoke.
You know, typical Star Wars stuff, just like flying and stuff,
It wasn't super revealing. It was about, I think it was less than a minute,
they show,
to be honest.
45 seconds.
Yeah, it was like less than a minute. So
they showed Finn and
they showed Finn and
Phasma, I think that's his name.
Fight.
Yeah, they show a little bit more of that, and then
they show the Star Wars movies.
They show what's his name?
Well, I
It
wouldn't
escapes
recommend
me.
Rogue One.
You know, the
Don't
angry
watch
emo
Rogue
one.
like
You know,
Yeah.
the angry emo. They
angry
show him
emo.
basically.
Oh,
they
yeah.
there was
He's
a
got that
weird.
scar.
There was like a weird scene where he's just like where they cut it and he's just like standing there with a blank face and then they cut it really fast where he's punching a wall, so it just looks really like crazy. It's gonna be a meme. I'm
And
telling
he's
you.
got that like scar on his face.
Yeah, now he has the scar on his face from when Ray caught him.
That is pretty cool.
I like Kylo Ren a lot.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren, yeah, the crazy.
I mean, I still think he's a little bitch, but
Dude, he got shot in the stomach. Was punching his stomach.
he
in order to
fucking
keep fighting.
deserved it.
Dude, I like Kylo Ren.
I think I'm a little in between. I don't know if I like him or if I
In-between?
don't.
He's
I
just
don't
an
know
angsty
anything.
Yeah, there are
teenager.
parts about Kylo Ren where I'm just like, yeah, he's totally sick. But then it's just like the little things where he's like spazzing out and beating and like
Yeah.
smashing stuff, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
It's the rage of the dark
he's a
side.
child. He's a child.
No, exactly. He's just an
It's like,
angsty
yeah,
teenager.
it's-
When you're
Yeah,
all
he's like he's never
powerful
grown
and,
up.
and you can use the Force like that, and you're surrounded by a bunch of normals, how do you think you're gonna act?
You guys don't understand me.
No. It's
I
not
don't
gonna be like that. It's gonna be I'm superior to you, and I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. So if I want to have a tantrum and slash
Yeah,
up some computers,
like a child.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he's
it's-
basically
It's
a child.
rational.
It's stupid.
It's
It's what it
It's
is.
totally rational.
If
to
you
just
were
go
that
at
on
all like a
tantrum
child.
and just fucking destroy
just
everything.
Stop saluting Hitler.
Darth
there.
Vader.
He's like totally rational.
That was not at all what I was doing.
Jeez,
That's what it looked
please,
like,
please,
bro.
no. You know what? Let's not say that because we're not trying to end up like PewDiePie here. Please.
I mean, Darth Vader does something similar, but he doesn't like. He isn't a little kid about the whole thing. He doesn't just
It
like
can be
go
a
on
little
a
kiddish.
tantrum.
I would say it can be a little childish. In watching it, it can be a little.
He's-
It comes across a little childish,
Well, he's trying to.
but at the
prove
same
himself.
time, it's just like. At the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, he seems pretty cool. I don't know. I'm just in between. Don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know. Waiting for a little more character growth. Maybe then I'll just be like, all right, cool.
You
There's
can make
no
a clear judgment call on him.
Yeah,
at the
because
end
do
of
you
the
want
next
him to
movie.
be like super hardcore, or do you kind of want him to also be like, I don't know. I feel like the confliction is like, it's like they want him to have depth, but like the deeper part of his character is conflicting with this outer exterior in a weird way. So it just makes it a little weird.
I think he should have never taken off the mask in the last movie,
Yeah.
and then maybe in this movie taking it off.
Yeah,
that would have been
that would've
kind of
been-
cool.
yeah.
And then you guys would have been like, "He's so cool, I know."
Yeah, I think that would have
Yeah,
probably
It's-
made
yeah.
more
it's his
sense.
face. It's his face.
You gotta like have some sort of build up with something.
Yeah.
And
That would have
They just
like if
didn't really
maybe he'd
have
been
it.
hardcore the whole time with the mask on and like he didn't show any emotion, and in this movie he shows like the more vulnerable
yeah,
side.
that would have been cool.
Because then in the beginning it just starts you off.
You never cared when I had the
No, it's not that. I think that's I don't know. It's a little meh. A little meh.
So yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's alright. I'll have you watch the movie. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
So yeah, and then what else happens? Yeah, pretty much that's it. That's it.
I feel like Max
They
is
do
gonna
show-
like really hate the 7th movie.
Probably.
Nah,
Like,
I don't
if we
think
have
so.
him watch it,
I don't
he's just
think
gonna
he'll
be
do it.
like,
I think I'll just be like, it's okay.
you hate it.
My whole thing was that like it's Disney now. It's dead. They can't.
I just find it really,
done.
I find it really hilarious, like how the guy who plays Luke Skywalker just like really hates playing his part. If you've ever seen him in like a interview and stuff, he just like goes on a rant about how he just didn't like certain parts of the script and thought it was just like utter trash and stuff.
Yeah, well,
We'll see when we
explains
see
why
the
he
movie.
left and disappeared, and now he's on an island all
Yeah,
alone.
yeah.
That's where he's been. I mean, they do show where it seems like it appears that he's gonna leave because they show him going into the.
He's gonna
the thing.
die.
So like, I think they're gonna kill
He's
pretty much all the
gonna
old
die.
people off, so that
Oh,
way it's the
definitely.
segue to the new people, kind of like Rogue
Dude,
One.
I
where
need
they,
more Snoke.
You know, continuity. So kill everybody.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that was all the trailers I had. If anybody has anything else to add, anything else to talk about,
Well,
this is your open and air time.
Tuesday we are streaming what?
We could
That is
finish
a
Resident
discussion
Evil.
for
That's a good
after the
time.
podcast.
We're streaming something Tuesday. We're
Yeah,
not
we'll be
really-
streaming
You can-
Tuesday.
you're
We'll
more than
post it up
welcome
on
to leave-
Discord.
comments down
Please
below
leave
of what you
comments.
want. Of what
Or
you
on
want.
Discord.
Or join our Discord,
You know what
which
would
is
be
in the link.
really hilarious? To have Malago play Yakuza 0.
Oh, you should play
Do you have the
it.
disc?
Why is
Oh,
it
do we
always
still
me?
have it? Oh, I don't know if my mom still has it. I gotta see.
Let's.
It's so
How about
good.
something old school? Something
What?
like retro, like
Zero's
old.
so good though. You
Something
gotta
that's
get it.
like not totally boring to watch.
Yakuza
Like Resident
0
Evil
is not boring to
7.
watch.
Resident
Oh.
Evil 7.
Ugh.
I did not.
There were like moments where we had our fun, but it was just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, the game
I
is
think it kind
kinda-
of showed like how much the game was meh, like
Yeah.
which I thought it was meh in the beginning anyway. So
I'm trying to
I still think
think.
it's a
What
good
is
game.
old school?
Yeah, it's not for me.
We could play like
I don't
old school Mario Kart.
This is a decision for after the podcast.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't know
you're-
that.
Well, we're
Anyway,
streaming something
yeah.
Tuesday.
Anyway.
And supposedly Max and I, we are going to be reviewing a film. What is it? The Grand Budapest.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
We're gonna start reviewing films and giving our input.
I'm gonna review
Tony's
Mario
gonna-
Odyssey.
probably open up the door for our game review section as well, starting with Super Mario Odyssey.
That'll be happening on Wolfenstein 2 at some point.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. If you want to leave any comments, you can leave comments down below for what you want to see from us, games, movies, whatever. Or you can always join our Discord link that has pretty much everybody who's following us now in it, and where you could chat to us all personally. So definitely jump into that. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Screenhops. It's all spelled the same across the board. Check out our Twitch. That's where we stream. Also, Screenhops, spelled exactly the same. And yeah, I think that's our outro. I always feel like I forget something, so
You mentioned
Hopefully
Discord,
not.
right?
yeah.
she mentioned
Look,
Discord.
it's everything will be in links
We
in the
also
description
post
down
pictures
below.
on Facebook and Twitter. And
Yeah, about personal things. Maybe check out. Eventually, we will be going to do an IKEA vlog to kind of change up our setup.
Ooh.
So keep an eye out for that. New things happening for the holidays coming up. So if there's anything you want us to play or do, whatever holiday wise, leave it down below. We'll also do maybe like a vloggy kind of thing where we do like a challenge or cooking thing or something like that. I don't know. We're open to a lot of
We were
things.
combining that with Overcooked.
Exactly.
It's going to be great.
Overcooked. What's
We
that?
shall see.
It's a game. It's going to be great. You're going to have a great
You
time.
could stream that.
Yeah, we're streaming
You
Overcooked
sound
while
like
we're...
Donald Trump when you're saying that. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be great,
It's
guys.
gonna be great.
We're gonna build a wall.
It's going to be the greatest wall.
It's gonna be.
But anyway, so yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already tuned out to the mess that's happening, so make sure you guys check us out and check out any of our previous podcasts. We do talk about all things gaming. We do some more trailer reactions and other things. And so yeah, we'll cut it off there and goodbye.